Everything could change from here, guys. And yes, you heard me right. We may no longer be making any more downside on memory and the chip stocks and the AI stocks. Let's take a look at in this video. Why so? What is the price action telling us? Micron, Sandisk, SK Hynix, Seagate, all that good stuff we'll take a look at in this video. Nvidia, AMD also. I did close my short position today in the pre-market, so made the money, and I'll tell you exactly why I got out even of AMD short before even putting myself into this pain. Well, I would still be technically profitable, but I mean, I had to maximize my profits, right? So anyways, we'll talk about all of that. ARM also making a, well, it sold off actually. Wow. Okay. It was going up, but then it sold off as well. All right, let's take a look at in this video. DRAM going quite strong, but DRAM is not part of this video. Definitely, you can check out my free DRAM portfolio if you are interested. Link is in the description of this video. You don't want to miss out this opportunity, guys. We are making already good moves, and this is the starting of portfolio build up phase. So if you miss this part out, you missed out. You're gonna get late to the party then. All right, and things are about to go magnificent on memory stocks. For my DRAM portfolio, details are in the description of this video. You will have to be on my existing membership, that is Trading Tools Plus Stocks Coverage membership, and that will give you free access to the DRAM portfolio. So you get bonus free stuff and still get the other services, right? Get all the full advantage till the offer lasts. DRAM may not be free forever, okay? So I mean the access to my portfolio. All right, before going further, as always, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. So let's start off with Micron. So Micron yesterday was continuing in a very big downfall as expected. Until yesterday, everything was still bearish for us on Micron. And today also, it's not that we are full on bullish. However, we are definitely transitioning at this point. Now, again, we still have to do risk management and everything. Nothing is guaranteed forever, okay? But the point is that it is showing first signage of memory stocks and all, like first signage of potential stabilization and bottom to happen here. It's not given fully. We still have to crack a couple of days here. But as if we see, I see the signs of price action holding important zones, most likely will have a bottom in the memory stocks. Okay, so anyways, so today part of a good bounce and rebound took us back again to that very yellow zone. Now at this point, what we want to see, so it's a part of a good rebound, which technically on intraday level side or multi-day level side, that will be 773 to 785. Okay, now at this point, it's not overall bullish, okay? Don't get me wrong. It's not overall bullish. We are still technically in a negative trend over here. Okay, we haven't even taken out fully this yellow zone. Okay, this was the next leg break area, right? So until we are not taking this out, I mean, if it's not, well, technically we did take it out, but it's just not that we just gained a leg up. We need to see other signs as well. And right now, it is a part of a bounce only. Okay, so what I want to see from here on is, well, either we just hold this level 830 and continue above it, and or we stabilize in this zone. That is the important part. Okay, now we may have fully, and again, as I said, this is not full on bullish yet. Okay, we are still technically in the downtrend, but if you were shorting this thing, like I will tell you on AMD, today is the sign. When we started to see those strong rebound, is the sign to get out from the short. Okay, and so today's candle is already a sign that you should be sizing down your short or getting out already by now. Okay, we start to gain multiple levels, and at this point we are looking actually good. So pullbacks at this point, I want to see stabilization. I don't want to see it lose like 787 or so forth, and a couple of days of stabilization here may give us a start to the upside. Okay, so anyways, if we see again, since it's just a part of still a rebound today in the overall structure, if we see a red candle tomorrow, like big red candle, and we lose that 787 area, yeah, it's all gone then. Okay, so but it's a really good strong rebound today, and so is Sandisk doing a really good bounce. Now again, look, it's just part of a bounce right now. We are still technically in the overall downward structure. It's a part of a bounce, but when we take out, and this is the yours pretty much the sign as well to get out of from your short at this point. Once we pretty much even took out the previous whole candle, that was your sign. Okay, size down, take profits or whatever, and as if strength continues, you size down more and get out pretty much. But anyhow, so on Sandisk, this was the zone, 1130. Once we started to regain, it has started a rebound. Weakness, at least for near term, is over, and as we continue to hold 1130, it has a room to stabilize here. It sure can still come down in coming days, but most likely it has started to show sign of it is nearing its bottom. It was very close to 774. Technically, it may still do liquidity grabs, and I'm saying this can still come down. It's just a first day of a possible bottom formation. It's a possible bottom formation. It's not a confirmed bottom, but it's a good move. Technically, it's a rebound, but the rebound happened negating the previous whole red candle, which was like a full body red. So that makes a huge difference. Okay, this is just one element to the price action, but still it makes a huge difference. Overall, though, we're still bearish, but a good rebound, which may give it some strength, but we want to see that stabilization of strength for coming days. SK Hynix on the same part is rebounding, again a part of a rebound only on the overall structure until this zone, that is 148, but it is a strong strengthful rebound. Let's see if it can continue to hold 136. Technically above 136 we are in the multi-day strength. If we lose it, then you may be looking at again maybe a possibility test in this zone, but I do think we may find a base there on the SK Hynix as well, because if I'll show you core inside of the SK Hynix, it is getting almost very close to that zone 1,070,000 that I have been telling you. So it's not far away, I think, from its near-term bounce zone. So, and I think that's what Nasdaq is already showing us today on SK Hynix. Let's take a look at Seagate. So now, like Seagate, made a full round trip down, broke the zone again, 800. But once we got above that, that's the whole point. Price action and the structure. Yes, we made a full round trip. I told you we are getting in the multi-day weakness there from here itself. That was around 908. Gate told you everything ahead of time, and technically my tools tells you, well, technically my tools tell me, and if you have access to my tools, they tell you as well ahead of time, because you will see all these levels on your chart, and in my videos that's what I tell you, right? So anyhow, so it was rejecting at that $800 for 2 days. So, and that zone was there for quite a long time, and it's an important zone. But once we took that out today, price action changes to the upside. All right, and it is, I think Seagate is just back in the game. I think Seagate, this is the double bottom on Seagate. I don't think we're gonna lose it. We can lose it. That's why we will do risk management, but probabilities are all pretty much from above. Once we got above 800 are to the upside. Okay, so anyways guys, you gotta learn all this stuff, and in my members only videos I talk about the price action, and you will go through so many stocks with me in my members only videos that you will start to learn these concepts. Check out the details in the description of this video for my memberships. All right, let's get to Marvel. Not really much today, just a bounce, feeble bounce. I won't give it even like a strong bounce, so it's just a very feeble bounce, still negative, 10% up, but it's still negative. Nvidia, okay, so Nvidia also doing a bounce today, but it's not that strengthful like we see in Micron, Sandisk moves and all. It's just a part of a bounce, so I'm not very strongly bullish on this thing. Even if it's regaining that 195, I'll still be cautious on this thing, and I'm not super excited yet on this thing. We can take a look at the hourly interval. I would still like to see it get above this double zone significant level 197 to 199, and then we can make it back up to 204, but not more than that right now. All right, let's talk about AMD, some good stuff here, right? So as you know, I was shorting AMD in the money and made money. So, but today I fully closed my short position. Okay, why so? Well, principles of trading, first of all, let the levels load. So what I was pretty much just watching, so easy. All right, so while I was looking at DRAM was already looking strong. And then AMD is very closely lately been tracking with DRAM actually. So I saw this significant level that we are seeing here, right? I saw a gain of this yesterday. Yes, we did flush, that's fine. But when I saw a gain of that zone today, like if a zone is being gained at a magnitude higher and higher already twice, it's the sign that a big move is or reversal move is coming. So, and that's where I took out first part here, and then second, whatever was left on my short position fully out here. Now this short position I have had from in between from 530 to 500. I was expecting more, but shorts are not for longevity, guys, especially on these strong stocks. I always tell my members shorts are only for definite timeline. And for me, the horizon was multi-day to maybe a week. Well, multi-day to a week. Which close that was, it was there, and I already planned off my half of the move it already gave me. I was actually expecting more, but today's price action was like, okay, get out of the short. So shorts are not like with these big stocks you can do forever. No, short has a limited time horizon. Okay, so you have to be very careful when doing the short. So yeah, fully out, right? Made money. And right now I'm not super bullish on AMD from where it is. Let the earnings happen now. I'm not super bullish on AMD from here, but it is still overall not bullish as well. It's still a part of an overall rebound. We are still rejecting at 500 zone or giving up some gains right now. So not like we are super bullish, but it's just that these are the days you will, if you have a short, you would want to manage your position. And I was fully out because I'm not a long-term short guy. I was like, I saw an opportunity, I took the short, and made the money. I'm mostly a long guy. All right, ARM. When you have been marketing long enough, you start to understand the economy. You start to understand how these instruments really work. So your benefit is in the long, not on the short. When I say long and short, I mean shorting and bullish, right? Things like that. Shorting means like bearish, and long means bullish. That's what I mean to say. Okay, ARM. So ARM had its earnings a day ago. Well, yesterday. Doesn't matter. Earnings, what happened, but what the point is that it still remains bearish for us, guys. Price action it did gap up, but price action is still bearish. And this is what I'm saying is that other ones are not showing any weakness right now into the bounce. But since until things overall turns bullish, things may still sell off. Okay, so anyhow, yeah, it's still giving up the gains. Direction still remains to the downside on this thing to maybe 180 still on ARM. TSM is doing some turnaround here now, as if it can hold above 386. It has a room technically for the upside, but 386 is what it has to hold and continue to hold for that. Okay, if you are a guy or a gal who loves TSM and you are like, okay, is it bullish now? Well, 386 above, your bias is bullish, and below that is your stop loss. All right, let's get to Intel. So Intel also technically a part of a rebound, an overall structural rebound. It's not overall bullish, I'll emphasize that. It's not overall bullish, but it is a part of a good rebound so far until $100. Technical structure is still negative. Now let's get to the hourly interval, because it also has a room for a couple of days to give you a bounce and rebounds through the pullbacks. It has a room to do that. So it's not that just because it's overall still negative you can continue to hold your short. Not necessarily. It has gained a significant level above, that is 89.50. So if you took a short, today is your day. You are taking profits, sizing down or whatever. Okay, So just like how I explained you on AMD, right? All right, guys. Well, that's all I had for you in this video. Unlike, like I just went over other ones as well, like yes, these are bounces, right? Micron, Sandisk, but they have a potential of stabilization here. Things may change. It's not a confirmed bottom. Overall structure, as I told you, is just a part of a bounce and a rebound. But they have enough strength right now that couple of days of more stabilization here may mark the base here on these ones. All right, guys, Microsoft looking good, but not gonna talk in this video, guys. You have to be a member. If you are a member, you already made so much money on Microsoft with me. Not just on Microsoft, you made money on Oracle before. You made money on CrowdStrike, so much money. I mean, whatever membership cost, you just made 200 times, 500 times more money than just the membership cost. Come on, come on, right? All right, guys, with that, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care, bye.